the reactor in which the additive packages are made.
So here you mix base oil and additives, or just additives?
Nowadays it's
impossible.
It's not just difficult. In Russia it's impossible to get the official license.
Okay. Pero algo muy interesante que no había visto previamente es esta máquina que está atrás de mí. Anatoly, I can see some race cars, so I understand, as I can see, that VMPAUTO and racing cars are very, very close, right?
Even closer than you think.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido de nueva cuenta a mi canal, soy César Velasco de Car y en esta ocasión te traigo un video desde Rusia, ¿sabes? Me invitaron a grabar unos videos, una fábrica que seguramente has escuchado si estás en esta industria, es RESURS, es decir, ellos pertenecen a VMPAUTO y a lo que venimos es a conocer su planta, su fábrica, sus métodos de producción y por supuesto, pues también toda la gente que está involucrada en este proceso. Y entonces, pues bueno, acompáñame.
So we are in the beginning of the production process. Here we can see the components that are going to become quality engine oil.
Okay, Anatoly.
So these two metal boxes are actually heaters. So they heat up high viscosity components for them to be easily
to flow
into
pipes?
the pipes and reactors. Yes, so that's it. Then the components, when they're heated up, they are brought to these special pumps.
Okay. So the product inside are in this kind of cans, big cans, you know,
yes.
Or in that 1,000 liters.
It can be in 1,000 liters. It can be
200 liters.
200.
What is the name of that? It's a drum. For me, that's a drum.
So these bochkas with 200 liters, they are put on this weight.
This is a scale,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay. So for the precision of the product.
Yes, there are many levels of precision. This is the first of them. These pumps are ordinarily used to create the additive package. So the cans, the 200-liter cans, contain additive package components. So not every oil company has this stage, so they usually get prepared additive packages. So they don't make them themselves.
Okay.
We mix and blend the additive packages ourselves by our own recipes. Okay. So the components from here transfer to that reactor. Let's go there and I'll show you. So this small reactor is the reactor in which the additive packages are made.
So here you mix base oil and additives, or just additives?
Just additives.
Just additives. Okay.
So it's only for the additive package. We get
the ingredients of the additives. And here
package.
You mix all the ingredients and create your own additive.
Yes, and the ingredients that we use, we get them from Europe, we get them in Russia because something is made in Russia, and also from Asia.
Okay.
So it's
it's a super international recipe.
Yes, but made in Russia. So when we have additive package that is made, that is analyzed, of course, before
to be sure
it,
that everything is okay.
Then we prepare a liquid form of the viscosity index improver.
Okay.
It's made in this reactor. As you know, engine oils consist of three components: additive package, base oil, and viscosity index improver. So there we make the first one, the additive package. Here we make the viscosity index improver, and the final oil, right? The engine ready oil we make in this reactor.
Yeah, so, with the three components.
Yes, and you may ask, where do you store the three components? The base oil. Where do you store?
Yeah.
So we turn around and we see these huge tankers.
Wow.
Each of one can hold up to 24 tons of base oil.
Okay.
So larger oil companies, they have railroads to supply them with base oils. Yes, we don't have that yet, but we have huge trucks that come inside and
fill
these tankers
these tanks
with base
so
oils.
here we have base oil. Well, this is different from every company, every factory that we have been before. Here we have, this is a factory of additives and a factory of engine oil.
Yeah,
You only need to extract the product from the ground. That's what you need. But
Yes.
But you have all the equipment to create an engine oil. So I think that is different than any
Yes.
other factory that we've
not
been
every
before.
factory has
No.
a reactor for making an oil additive package.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah. They buy from somebody else.
And as I said earlier, it was the original plan. Sell only just the oil additive packages, and then we came up with making
Yeah.
oils. And after we have ready oil, right? We also analyze it in our lab, and if everything is okay, if it's used the regulations, it flows through all these pipes
Okay.
to this machine that pours the oil into canisters.
Okay.
So you can fill.
Okay.
Now it's done by hand, but actually there is a
A machine
machine, yes, that can do it, but it's not
is not working yet.
correctly set up.
Okay.
So it's quite different to Amsoil and other big plants.
All these machines are made in Russia,
No,
China.
some of them are Chinese,
Okay.
some of them are Russian.
Okay.
But either way, all of the machines need to be reassembled, rebuilt, modernized somehow.
That label is for Mexico,
Yes.
right?
So we can call this oil a handmade oil because there are no such amounts, huge amounts.
I'm thinking about the idea. This is how the companies start.
Yes,
You know,
yes. The origins of an
it's the
oil
origin
company.
of an oil company. I think that's the idea that we need to share in the video. This is how all starts.
Yes.
But this is a great quality product. But at this moment, the production starts. It just started 1.5 years ago
Yes.
with engine oils.
And development of this oil started 2.5 years ago.
2.5.
So a whole year we spent on developing these types of oils because they are not ordinary. They're special, and I can explain why. they're
Okay.
special. So yeah, these are our shipment-ready oils. It's a 3 synthetic oil.
Yeah.
So it contains a third group and 2 fifth groups. So ethers and alkylated naphthalenes. I think you know the third group, VHVI.
Yeah, this is
hydrocracking.
hydrocracking product, but the very high level of
Yes,
group 3, right?
Yes, it's Russian hydrocracking because in Russia we know how to make quality base oils because we have a lot of oil in the ground. Yes.
Okay.
So we know how to transform it into quality base oils. So we have high quality hydrocracking. Then we add esters or ethers. I don't know how they're.
Ester is okay.
The fifth group, it it has charged molecules that stick to the metal surface.
To the metal, yeah.
So that makes the oil film harder, durable.
Yeah, I understand.
And alkylated naphthalines are also the fifth group, and they provide higher thermal stability, so the oil doesn't vaporize that easy, and
so the NOAC value is very high.
It's very low actually. So the lower the better, right?
The lower the better.
Also, it makes the engine cleaner inside because the oil with alkylated naphthalines doesn't make all that dirt.
Deposits.
Yes,
yeah,
deposits.
yeah.
So it's an SN oil. It's quite modern, but we also have an SP oil.
Yeah, I remember that I saw somewhere an SP.
Yes.
And this means that the product meet the regulation, or you have the license from SAE.
No, we don't have the license because nowadays it's
Difficult.
impossible. It's not just difficult. It's in Russia. It's impossible to get the official license.
Okay.
And
but you meet the requirements.
Yes, and these oils were made not with a Chinese additive package, because when the whole situation began, all Russian manufacturers were cut from European
external suppliers.
Yes, from European and American oil additive packages.
Okay.
So they all went to Chinese ones, but not us. Of course, we bought a Chinese additive package just to see what it is made of, and it's okay, but depending on the time of production, the elements can differ from time to time. So that didn't.
You don't like that,
yes,
that level of quality where some days it's okay and the other day it's not so good. So you prefer to develop your own additives?
Yes.
That's what you are
to have an ability to change the values how we want to. So we started the developing of an additive package, and to be honest, we didn't have any intention in selling engine oils at first. We wanted to sell additive packages.
Okay.
That was the original plan. So while we were developing the additive packages, we just said, why don't we sell oils as well? Engine oils, yes.
Yeah.
So that's how, and actually we were the first company in Russia that made an oil additive package that meets APSN.
Okay.
API-SN.
And the other standard, the
also
European, is the same story.
Yes, it's a bit more complicated because many oils and low saps and mid saps and full saps are APSN, yes?
Yeah.
But the ACEA
yeah,
Institute, it differs low saps oils, mid saps, and
high saps, yeah.
Yes. So it was also quite difficult to meet those regulations, but we, I think, accomplished that.
Okay.
Challenge.
Yeah. Your own test show that you can reach that levels of quality, and as users, we can trust in the product, right?
Right, but not only our own tests. We have our own lab where we have all sorts of equipment to test everything we need to meet those regulations. But also we don't trust ourselves.
Okay.
And we
you send samples to other labs?
Yes, official labs that have the license to
the license to say this analysis is official, it's the best quality. They have it.
Yes.
Okay, and you as a company send this product to test to an external lab, and everything was great.
Yes.
It's possible as a consumer to get the information. You know, this is very common in the lubricants industry. You can have access to the ISDS safety data sheet
Yes.
and also the technical data sheet.
Yes.
It's available for this product.
Yes.
Can we check that information?
Yes.
Or it's in the website, or where can I find
It's
it?
in the website.
Both documents?
Yes, and in Russia we have special oil forums
Okay.
where companies or individual people
Yeah, just like me, trying to reach some information.
yes, they can publish analysis
Okay.
with the viscosity, with the element containment,
Yeah.
with everything you need to know about oils. And we also publish every analysis of our oil on those forums.
Okay. Oh, I would like to reach that forums to start to share some ideas with that people. But at the same time, the official information I think that is interesting, you know, because I have the experience with some other brands that the brands say, my oil is something like this. But when we perform some tests, you say, well, something is different. Like the Chinese additives, like you say, you know, the company says some levels of quality, but when you test the product, the result is different. That's why I was trying to understand or to find the official information. Yeah, for me, I think that it has some value, the official information, because it's the reference to try to understand. It's not so common to find in the market something like three synthetic product. It's not so common,
Yes.
you know? And sometimes, as a consumer, you can feel something is not so good. I don't know. I can remember some other companies that says synthetic technology.
That
You
is
know?
semi-synthetic oils, semi-synthetic.
But the people say what that means. It's a semi-synthetic, is mineral with something different. So what we feel as a consumer, they are trying to cheat us, you know?
Yes.
Why not to say mineral, semi-synthetic, or synthetic? But in this case, you explain very great. We have BHBI, this is group 3, but is the high level of the group 3.
In
We
Russia,
have
it's
AN.
a synthetic oil. So in America or in China,
okay.
oh no,
In America,
or in
Europe, maybe.
Europe and I think Japan, VHVI isn't. You can't call VHVI synthetic, right?
Yeah, you can't.
So in Russia and in other regions around Russia, it's legal.
It's legal to say it's synthetic,
yes,
BHBI.
VHVI is equals.
Equals.
Yes, VHVI equals synthetic. So
Okay.
you have the fourth group, you have the third group, and both of them in Russia are called synthetic oils. So
Okay.
there's no cheating here.
So here it's legal, but maybe the experience in the future is going to show us how is the result to use this product in Mexico with Mexican drivers, in Mexican roads, in Mexican cars, you know, with the lack of maintenance. I don't know how is the culture in cars here, but in Latin America, include Mexico, the culture of maintenance is not the best one. You know, you say to the people, you have to change the engine oil 10,000 kilometers, and they change maybe 11 or 12,000. So
Russia is the same.
it's the same.
But the oil is pretty durable, and it can work for 10,000 kilometers in
extreme
city
conditions?
City conditions. Because,
Okay.
of course, extreme conditions. In Russia, I think in Mexico as well, bad fuel.
Bad fuel, yeah. A lot of sulfur in fuel. We have very dirt conditions, you know, so a lot of dust. We have traffic jams, and also very small travels.
Yes.
A small travel is less than 8 kilometers.
So the engine can't warm up
Yeah.
properly, and it works not at operating temperature. So
That's
yeah.
it. So
All of these factors, they kill the oil faster.
absolutely.
So in Russia it's similar. That's why we made the oil durable and suitable for such hard conditions.
Okay, understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we can walk around the facility and I can...
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So maybe I'm going to pack this.
Yeah, we can take it to this.
Okay, thanks. Estoy en la parte superior donde están los reactores, ¿sabes? Aquí es donde ya se mezcla el producto y se lleva a cabo el resultado final. Pero algo muy interesante que no había visto previamente es esta máquina que está atrás de mí. Mira, en esta máquina lo que podemos ver es donde se recibe el producto, y te estoy hablando acerca de un mejorador de viscosidad o del índice de viscosidad. Se está buscando que el aceite cumpla con cierto nivel de viscosidad, y aquí está la máquina. De hecho, lo que podemos ver aquí, todo este producto, mira, está en estado sólido, es un polímero que se va a mezclar con el aceite base para, digámoslo así, afectar, aunque estoy diciendo afectar no en un modo negativo, sino para impactar sobre la viscosidad del aceite. Entonces ellos reciben el producto, y de hecho te voy a mostrar otro depósito donde ya está este producto. Pero bueno, como en esta fábrica, ya te lo expliqué anteriormente, ellos desarrollan sus propios aditivos, pues esta es una parte del aceite. Recuerda que se tienen los aditivos, los mejoradores de viscosidad y el aceite base. Entonces aquí estamos viendo una de esas tres partes intermedias, digámoslo así, o básicas de cómo es hacer un aceite. Entonces, algo bastante interesante, y espero que tú, como yo, pues bueno, esté aprendiendo muchísimo de conocer una fábrica de este tipo. Anatoly, I can see some race cars, so I understand, as I can see, that VMPAUTO and racing cars are very, very close, right?
Even closer than you think, because these racing cars are standing in the same facility in which the oils are made, and moreover, these cars aren't some random racing team that we support, that we sponsor, right? These cars are owned by the company.
Okay.
So this is a company racing team. This is a Seat Leon Super Copa Mark II. This is our old racing car that used 10W50 racing oil that we produce, of course. And this is a Seat Leon Cupra. This is the next generation. It has more horsepower, it's wider, it has better handling, and for this racing season we use our standard 5W40 oil.
Okay.
That you can buy in any
store. But what about the performance of the engine oil in these conditions, in a racing
The performance
circuit?
is quite well, it keeps its viscosity, and actually this was an experiment to prove that our standard everyday oils can handle such high loads. So these cars are actually prepared for endurance racing. So they race for 4 hours straight.
Okay.
At high RPM. So that's why their horsepower isn't very high, because you need reliability. So this car is about 350 horsepower, but for 4 hours straight, it
Full throttle.
Full throttle, high revs, maximum load, and oil is tested pretty hard. So the whole season of 2024 This car is operating on our 5W40 standard, and no problems.
No problem. Well, maybe that means that the people can really rely to trust in the products of VMP Auto.
You know, I don't know how in Mexico, but in Russia there are some companies, some racing teams that promote one oil.
Yeah, all the time.
And pour another oil, actually. So they film like they're about to
Yeah,
pour.
the stickers say, for example, VMP Auto, but inside you have something different.
Yes, that's not our case. So we use our standard oil. We are crystally clear, and we're very sure that our oil will work. And
It's the same.
yes.
Okay, that's great. Estamos a las afueras de San Petersburgo, donde está otra planta. Lo que puedes ver ahí es una planta que levantaron, me dicen, en tiempo récord, poco más de un año, y es verdaderamente espectacular ver lo que se puede hacer teniendo ganas, y pues obviamente el presupuesto también es importante, pero si hay presupuesto, eso habla que funcionan sus productos. Ya me muero de ganas por probarlos, sin embargo, pues vamos a dar un vistazo que hay allá adentro. Toda esta zona pues también van a instalar máquinas como las que ya vimos previamente. Sin embargo, pues bueno, así nace, y esperamos que en unos meses me manden unos videos de el avance que tienen. Recuerdan que veíamos el reactor en la otra planta, la planta matriz, donde pues había personas trabajando y agregando. Pues ahora todo es automático. En la parte inferior se están aspirando prácticamente los ingredientes de las grasas, subiendo por tubos, trabajando, y los vapores que salen, pues bueno, estos vapores saldrán por estas tuberías, serán filtrados, y posteriormente, pues ahora sí ya lo que se considera como no contaminante saldrá al medio ambiente, pero están atrapando todo aquello que pudiera dañar. Entonces cumplen con las regulaciones, pero al mismo tiempo son más eficientes. Los retos siempre generan oportunidades, y aquí vemos el resultado de ese esfuerzo. Esto lo levantaron en poco más de un año, prácticamente síntesis de grasa es lo que van a hacer. La planta todavía no está funcionando, están trabajando en ella, y de hecho podemos ver de este lado los tableros de control. Siguen trabajando en ellos, siguen desarrollando, y algo muy interesante es que ellos son sus propios proveedores. Prácticamente ellos diseñan, ellos arman, y pues bueno, sí necesitan ayuda externa para que fabriquen ciertas cosas, pero pues todo es manufactura propia, y eso les da completo control de que el resultado que obtienen es justo lo que planean. Además del almacén que ya vimos en la planta que podemos considerar como la matriz, en este nuevo almacén puedes ver la cantidad de productos que tienen. Platicando con la gente me decían, más de 300 productos hay aquí: grasas industriales, grasas automotrices, lubricantes, tanto para motor como lubricantes de transmisión. Todo lo que ya estuvimos viendo está prácticamente aquí. Está perfectamente acomodado. Estas cajas blancas es el lubricante de motor, pero bueno, si damos un vistazo podemos encontrar toda la gama de productos que tienen aquí, y muy probablemente, si los hay en tu mercado, de aquí es de donde salieron. Como te comento, estamos a las afueras de San Petersburgo.
En este viaje aprendí que la industria automotriz no es la misma en todo el mundo. Si bien las marcas y modelos de autos sí lo son, los combustibles, repuestos y todas aquellas marcas que nos ayudan a que nuestros autos sigan en funcionamiento son tan diferentes, muchas desconocidas para mí. Pero de algo sí estoy seguro: en todo el mundo existen emprendedores con ganas de hacer bien las cosas, con pasión por su trabajo y desarrollar los productos que satisfagan y excedan nuestras necesidades. Y mi trabajo será seguir viajando para que juntos conozcamos todas las opciones disponibles a nivel mundial que nos permitan seguir disfrutando de nuestros autos, de la libertad, la emoción y la pasión que nos brindan al conducir.